In this video, I am going to explore how my Denver Broncos can make their way into the playoffs. This is the current AFC playoff picture. And as you can clearly see, my Broncos are sitting in 11th place, tied with Pittsburgh at 7-7. So basically, I feel like in order to make the playoffs in the AFC, you're gonna have to at least end up 10-7. I don't feel like you can win 9 games, finish 9-8, and end up in the playoffs in the AFC. The NFC, whoever wins the NFC South is probably gonna be 9-8, possibly even 8-9, but I doubt 8-9 to get in, but 9-8 definitely. Because I don't see Tampa Bay right now is 7-7. So I don't. Tampa may go 10-7, but I doubt it. But right now, this is what the Broncos have to do. If they were to win this is before the Detroit game. If they would have won all 4 of those games, they would have had a 99% chance of making it to the playoffs. But I figured they would lose to Detroit because even months ago, I knew they didn't have enough scoring power to score with Detroit. So I felt like that's the one out of the last 4, that was the one that we could lose. But I don't feel like if we lose another game, we definitely out. But I feel like we have a chance if we beat the Patriots, the Chargers, and the Raiders. Now, it says on here if they losing 1 game out of the last 4, they have a 92% chance. And then it went down to an 85. 85 was the lowest for 1 loss. But then you got to look at everybody else's schedule. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of people that's probably going to end up 10-7. And a lot of them play each other too. So you got the Browns have to play Houston and Cincinnati. Cincinnati have to play Pittsburgh and Cleveland. The Texans have to play the Colts and Cleveland. Now, Pittsburgh probably has the hardest schedule of everybody because they got to play Cincinnati, Seattle, and Baltimore. But Baltimore probably going to have the number 1 seed locked up by then, so they may not even play their starters. Buffalo has a very favorable schedule playing New England and the Chargers, but then they got to finish up with Miami. But by that point, Miami may rest their players the last game also. Like I say, the Colts have a favorable matchup with the Falcons and the Raiders. Then they got to go to Houston. Then they play Houston. They play in Indianapolis. Out of all of these, I would say Cleveland and Pittsburgh probably have the 2 hardest schedules. But again, I just need, because one of them has to go to win the AFC South. Because the last 4 is 8-6, 8-6, 8-6, like that. So somebody's got to win the AFC South, and then the last 3 will be the wild cards. The last 3, if I had to guess, looking at this schedule, I'm going to say the last 3 teams will be Buffalo, Indianapolis, and hopefully Denver. I'm hoping it's Denver, but I feel like it's going to be Buffalo, Indianapolis, and if it's not Denver, then it's probably going to be Cleveland. So that's my guess, because I feel like Jacksonville will probably go win the AFC South. And then whoever gets the 5 seed is probably going to be Buffalo. And then Indy. And I feel like Denver or Cleveland will get that 7 seed. But we'll just hopefully Cleveland loses all 3 of those games. But I don't know if Kansas City Kansas City may play their people versus Cincinnati. But I need Cleveland to lose all 3 of their games. Buffalo probably go win, and I need Houston to lose some games. Because I feel like it's going to be the Colts for sure. And I need Cincinnati to lose too, though. So I feel like Cleveland's going to make it, but I need Cincinnati and, wait now, because I said Buffalo and Indy. And then unfortunately, since Cleveland and Cincy play each other, both of them can't lose unless they tie. But that probably will hurt the Broncos more than anything. Cincy's schedule is hard. Cleveland's is more favorable. So hopefully, Cincy and Cleveland, hopefully, okay, dang, because that means Cleveland to finish 10-7 if they beat Cincinnati. Well, hopefully, I need Cleveland to lose all 3 and finish 9-8, and I need Cincinnati to finish 1-2, so Cincinnati can beat Cleveland but lose to Pittsburgh and Kansas City, and that way Buffalo, Indy, and Denver can make it in. But yeah, so those are my predictions for the Broncos to get into the playoffs. Check out my other videos about how I feel the playoff system should be changed. You can find it on my page. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.